The Breeders' Cup Distaff. This is what the Breeders' Cup is all about. Here's number one in this, the fifth race. It's Miss Oceania. She's attained millionaire status. She's been trading victories with Life's Magic all along. We'll see what happens in this definitive contest this afternoon. Salt Spring is the two horse, an Argentine-bred horse. Bill Shoemaker gets the riding assignment, but aiming very high here this afternoon with Salt Spring. Just 5 wins in 13 starts. Number 3 is Lucky, and Angel Cordero Jr. rides. This is one of the bench horses for Wayne Lucas. If one of the other ones is on the shelf, out comes Lucky, and to the winner's circle. Princess Rooney, the only question here is the distance. She has crushed her competition. She has 4 tremendous victories in her last 4 starts. And some people think that she is vulnerable here in this Distaff Cup, which is sponsored by Mobil Oil Corporation. And let's take a look at Life's Magic. This horse is simply sitting on a win again. Had most of September and October off. Bang-up victory in the Beldame, coming back to competition. And it's jockey Jorge Velasquez. Watch for Life's Magic to be sort of in the middle of the pack and to make that big run again. Next in line is Comedy Act, who tackles the very best here this afternoon. Been racing on the turf, but she can take her act anywhere, and Sandy Hawley is the competent rider. And completing the field is the Las Barrera-trained Adored in the famous silks of Mrs. Ethel D. Jacobs, and carrying 123 pounds. Adored was third behind Heatherton last out, and won the time before that in stakes competition at Saratoga.
And on the morning line, Dan, the bettors like the 4-horse Princess Rooney. 1-2 on the board at the moment. Let's see what Jack Klugman thinks about that. Pete?
Dick, it's about time Harvey and I got a celebrity. And it's no coincidence that we got Jack Klugman, because he is one of the few celebrities who's also a legitimate horse player, every bit as down and out as me and Harvey.
Harvey, you were going to say you couldn't find a celebrity, so you got me.
The only guy in South Philadelphia when you're young, the only difference now is you can bet a few bucks more.
That's right. I don't have to worry about losing. Not chase money anymore. I don't have loan sharks chasing me anymore.
Tell the world, horse players never need a psychiatrist.
Absolutely not. They say that craziness comes from repressed anger. You holler at the horse, you holler at the jockey, and you don't need anybody to holler about it. You know, look at this, I can't get a break. You yell at the world, at God, at the devil, at everybody.
That's what it is. It's a form of that. 4 hours.
So tired, you're too tired and too broke to be crazy.
Do you walk home?
Well, I used to walk home. I used to give myself a dime to get home in New York, to get that subway. I used to get, when it was a nickel and 2 cents, a penny for the peanuts and a penny for the chocolate, and mix it out and have a peanut chip.
Pete and I used to go to phone booths hoping somebody left a dime in there.
Back to Dick.
Next, a mile and a quarter run on the dirt. $1 million for the girls, 3 years or older. The odds, Dave?
Yeah, let's take a look, especially checking the odds for the 2 rivals, Miss Oceania and Life's Magic. Miss Oceania, 14-1. Boy, that's too high. Salt Spring is at 20. Lucky at 17. Princess Rooney, prohibitive favorite at 1-2. You bet 2. You win 1, you get 3 back. 5 horses, Life's Magic at 4. Comedy Act 35, and Adored is 4-1. That's the odds for this Distaff.
Running of the Breeders' Cup is brought to you by Mazda and the full line of sophisticated Mazda products. By the Stroh Brewery Company, brewers of Stroh's, Old Milwaukee, and other fine beers. By Beta Zoom Copiers, only from the mind of Minolta. And by Mobil 1, 100% synthetic motor oil.
It doesn't take much looking for you to know the Mazda GLC sedan is a lot more than mere transportation.
The 5th race of the inaugural Breeders' Cup, the Breeders' Cup Distaff, is sponsored by Mobil 1, 100% synthetic motor oil.
Welcome back to the Breeders' Cup at Hollywood Park. 50,000 or more on hand, including some of the biggest names in show business. And Elizabeth Taylor, you're ready to study the next race. We've got the ladies running. Your choice.
Life's Magic.
Why did you pick the number 5 horse, Gene Klein's filly?
It's kind of wonderfully ironic, I think.
looking,
Good name.
you know, later Edwin Newman is going to do a marvelous film piece on the movies that have featured thoroughbred racing, and of course immediately comes to mind, and part of that will be National Velvet.
I heard that. That was fun to do.
And Mickey Rooney, I guess that he became the star of all those films.
I'm Princess Rooney too, because of Mickey Rooney.
Oh, that's right. That is a good hunchman. Princess Rooney and Life's Magic. You heard it right from the source. Let's go to the next race. David, thank you.
Time in 2 minutes.
Well, this is intense competition here. It is the Distaff Summit meeting of 1984. Tremendous rivalries, and let's take a look at the key horses in this contest.
The fillies and mares may just be the most exciting field of the entire day. Two great rivalries. Take the 4-year-olds. My old friend Princess Rooney.
And Las Barreras Adored. Always tough out here in California.
I used to love Princess Rooney in Florida as a 2-year-old. Now she's just as good at 4 out in California, but I forgot it this day. There's Adored on the inside. I bet her in the exacta over the Princess. Harvey, it happened to me again. Forgetting was expensive.
What about this one, Life's Magic? Wayne Lucas, you think he's going to be shut out here? He's got this one. She's been running all year against Miss Oceana. These two fillies know each other so well, they sometimes chat on the way to the post.
And people think of Wayne as a strictly California trainer. He's got a powerful New York string now with son Jeff. This is the strongest in the string.
When Woody Stevens trains a filly, she means business. Miss Oceana's here. We may not like her, but the Woodman didn't fly across the country to get the free drinks.
She had a poor workout the other morning, was the talk of the backstretch. But as you say, when the Woodman's around, somebody usually gets chopped.
All 4 of them have something in common with us.
Always in the money. Harv? Okay, the picks here. Harv and I have both come to a consensus of Life's Magic.
And Klugman liked Adored and was delighted to hear we like Life's Magic.
We're happier. I'm happier myself to be on Liz Taylor's side. Stick with Life's Magic. Dick?
That's right. I think they were listening in. How about you, Dave Johnson?
How could I go against Life's Magic now with Axe and Elizabeth and Harvey? I got to take it too.
And Princess Rooney, of course, the favorite of those who are making their wagers now at 3-5. The 4-horse Princess Rooney, Miss Oceana 11-1, Salt Spring 25-1. Another good price on Lucky 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 at 21-1. There's your favorite, Princess Rooney. Life's Magic, the second choice at 7-2, along with Adored, the bottom horse, 7-2, and Comedy Act at 40-1. They'll be running a 1.25 miles for another $1 million purse. Let's go to Tom Durkin.
And this is Tom Hammond in the stable area, Dick, and no one has picked Princess Rooney, but trainer Neil Drysdale pointed out to us before he went to the paddock that in her last race, the Spinster Stakes at 1 1/8 miles, she ran the last 1/8 of a mile in 12 seconds flat. She ran the last 1/8 faster than she ran the first 1/8, and that means the 1.25 miles distance probably will be to her liking today. I'll take Princess Rooney. Let's go upstairs now for the call of the race, and here's Tom Durkin.
Waiting for 2 more, waiting for Comedy Act and Adored. They're in the gate. And they're off. Princess Rooney is out fast, and Lucky 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 is also right there for the early lead. Comedy Act, and farthest out from the rail, it's Adored. So 4 of them will vie for the lead as they race for the turn. Closest to the rail, it's Lucky Lucky Lucky, and Princess Rooney is moving right with her. Adored is 3 wide as they race into the turn. Comedy Act angles to the inside now. She's 4th by 2.5 lengths, and Life's Magic is 5th on the outside. Salt Spring toward the rail is racing in 6th, and the early trailer is Miss Oceana as the field moves round the turn. The first quarter went in 23-3. Lucky 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 is prompted by Princess Rooney on the outside, but they're both in no hurry yet, and they're stalked by Adored on the outside, 3rd by 2.5 lengths, and Comedy Act has settled into 4th. Then farther back, Life Magic racing in 5th, Salt Spring and Miss Oceana 47-1. It's a comfortable pace as they continue up the backstretch. Now Princess Rooney is edging to the front. Lucky 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 won't give up the lead. Those two hooked up early, and they're still going at it, and the tempo quickens as the field heads for the far turn. Lucky 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 holding the lead by a neck. Princess Rooney right at her neck, 2nd by 2.5 lengths. Then farther back on the outside, Adored down. She's put to a hard drive in 3rd. Comedy Act toward the inside is 4th. And here comes Life's Magic now, and she's making her move for the lead. But they're midway round the turn, and Princess Rooney has a head in front. Lucky 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 is staying right with her. She's not through yet. Then farther back, it's Adored who swings to the outside 3rd. And Life's Magic is set down for the stretch drive. But it is Princess Rooney who comes to the final furlong with Speedway winner and jockey Eddie Delahousse brandishes his whip in a salute of victory. This is the best filly in the land, Princess Rooney. An awesome performance this afternoon.
No question about it. Princess Rooney galloping home.
This horse was never even asked to run until she came to the 8th pole. The fractions were quite slow early. They were really walking 23 and 3 and 47 and 1. At the head of the stretch, it looked like Life's Magic might have a shot, but when Eddie Delahousse asked the Princess to run, just forget it. She accelerated beyond belief. The final time was 2 minutes 2 and 2/5 seconds. Let's watch the action through the stretch. It's Lucky on the inside in the white blinkers. She had put up a game fight, too. She had slowed down the pace with Cordero aboard, trying to maybe steal it just a little bit. On the outside there, though, Delahousse has never asked his filly to run. Life's Magic is third, and I guess Velasquez is trying to decide whether to go inside or outside. It didn't make any difference at all. Adore did not have any speed at this point, and it's simply a coast home, a walk in the park for Princess Rooney, the gray filly by Verbatim. No contest here. I don't care what finish line they use. Princess Rooney is home in front. She's home to the Eclipse Award. And as Tom said, that's a real champion. So Princess Rooney notches her 5th straight victory and locks up the Eclipse Award.
In the money, now 20 out of 21 times, named after Paula Tucker, the owner's daughter. 13-year-old Jamie, known, her nickname around the house is Princess, around family company, and Princess Rooney has won it. The number 5 horse, Life's Magic, is second, Adored third, and Comedy Act closes 4th. Princess Rooney, the Bloodlines, the owner Paula Tucker, Parish Hill Farm. $500,000 for the victory. Princess Rooney, sired by Verbatim, the Gotham Stakes winner in 1968. She was purchased for $38,000 as a Kentucky yearling.
Mr. Alan E. Murray.